I'm gonna give you one tip that's gonna blow up your content. How do you make money with this stuff? Well, dude, here's the magic formula, okay? This is where the rubber meets the road. Before you go out, go sell something, value, 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 offer. There's some skills that you gotta build. If you wanted to crush it and you wanted to never be broke, there's some skills that you guys should learn.
I'm Lucas. I'm gonna help people with addiction, people with depression, people that just aren't where they want to be in life. Brandon is helping me build my program from the ground up. The things that I'm learning from him are extremely valuable.
I was the top at my dealership for so long. Those are all my trophies right there. You know what? Just even the little things that I pick up from Brendan, I've been applying in my sales meetings.
If you didn't get value, it's because your head is not in the right space. I'll just put it like that.
All right. Guys, as promised, tonight is a personal branding workshop. I'll tell you one thing I want on the front end here before we go any further right now. I want a lot of participation. I'm asking for you guys to heavily participate tonight, because if you guys don't participate tonight, you're 100% not going to get the most value from this call. Okay? First things first. I got a couple questions to ask you guys. Number one. Can everybody participate hardcore? Because like this stuff that I'm going to talk about is, if you're not paying attention, it seems unimportant. But if you really deeply understand what I'm going to talk to you guys about, you're going to learn a high income skill. Okay. I mean, I personally believe, and this is from having worked for Andy for the past 3 years and met some of the top influencers in the entire world. So you can pretty well take this to the bank right now. I believe the most valuable skill that you could learn is this internet space. It's how to build a personal brand. I really do. So if you're on the call tonight, like I don't even know if you guys can even fully understand, because maybe you haven't seen the things I've seen, but we're going to talk about the value that it can bring if you guys can learn how to do this for sure. Okay. So first things first. I'm going to run you through this. Number one, I need you to do me a favor and stay fully engaged throughout the entire call. And I believe all of you guys can do that. Number two, I want you guys to write this down. This is going to be where we're going to start tonight. Okay. This is super crucial that you guys understand this, because this is something that literally is one of my most important things that allows me to be successful. I clearly understand the difference between force moves and power moves. So the first thing I want you guys to write down is force moves versus power move. Let me explain to you the difference between these two things. So a force move is what most of us are the best at. We're in sales. We're high-powered salespeople. So we really love to like hop on a sales call, close a deal, hop on freaking, get on social media, post a quick video. We love the quick action. We love that kill of the deal. You guys ever heard anybody say the thrill of the kill when you're closing a deal? Force moves. It's very simple, guys. You get on a sales call, you close a deal, you get the thrill of the kill, everything feels great. I love force moves, by the way. There's nothing I love more than like crushing a sale or anything like that, right? But what we don't do enough is we don't focus on the power moves. And the power moves are a little bit different from the force moves because they don't create an instant result. So force move, thrill of the kill, badass, love it. It's the day you close the deal. But what most people don't focus on enough is the power move. The power move is what we're talking about tonight, which is like personal branding, right? And here's why it's called a power move, and here's why people avoid these things. It's because it has a delayed gratification. Okay, like you guys jumping on this call, this is not a play to go make $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 next month. But what I want you guys to understand is, if you invest time into building this, it creates what's called leverage. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to write down over here, I want you guys to understand why it's so important to build a brand. Because the reality is, a lot of you guys want to build a brand, I believe, but I believe you don't understand how important it is, or else a lot of you guys would be going a lot harder on it, okay? So I wrote some things down, and this is why I invest heavily into this. Number one is leverage. Everybody write down leverage. And I'm explaining to you what leverage means. It works like this. So I could go on Facebook right now, and I could go live, and I could have a handful of people hop on, right? And I could present what I do to the world one to many, whereas if I'm just sitting in a one-to-one sale, it's one-to-one. I want you to write this down. One-to-one versus one to many. That's the big concept here. See, the most precious asset that you have as a salesperson, as a business owner, is your energy. What I want you to understand is I don't want you to waste your energy with one-to-one. One-to-one's important, right? Like we have to close sales. But when you build a brand, the leverage you get is you get to put your message in front of an audience that's one to many. So instead of me just communicating to Danny, when I post a valuable piece of content, something that's really like important to me, that I would share with somebody that's an important relationship to me, if I share it on social media, then that message goes to Danny and Danny sees it and he gets value from me, but also 1,000 other people also get value from me whenever I post that photo. And over time, I'm going to show you guys how to build what's called relationship capital with all your clients. All right, guys, people ask me all the time, Brendan, how can I get closer to you, Andy, the Elliott Group, so I can go to the next level? So we just dropped our newest program called ETA Plus, and it's a really cool opportunity to get all the coaching that the Elliott Group offers and also get really close to me as well, so I can personally coach you too. ETA, you get access to all of our exclusive content, Zoom calls every single week, you live stream every single Elliott event we do 12 events per year. Also, when you join with me, you're gonna join my personal community. I'm gonna coach you, and then also you'll be a part of a group of like-minded men and women that are going to the next level. So if you guys wanna join, I'm gonna put my cell phone number right here on the video. I just want you to text me ETA, okay? And I'll reach out to you, I'll get you all the information. It's super cheap and affordable. It's designed to help every salesperson and business owner level up and go to the next level. Let's get back to the video. What that means is whenever you guys go for the ask, if you guys have given enough value, when you guys go to make a deposit out of that relationship, the value is going to be there. So the person's going to say yes. So leverage is important to me because instead of just making one-to-one value, calling people all day saying, hey, Danny, like, here's a motivational quote I heard this morning and I want to tell you about it. I'm now giving it to 1,000 people at once, which would take me years and years to do if I were to just do one-to-one. Secondly is personal growth. The amount of growth you'll have when you're constantly clarifying your message. And I want you guys to write this down under personal growth. Communicating your message. This is why branding's so important. Communicating your message. There's not a more powerful technique to be able to learn how to personally grow and communicate your message than by building a personal brand and constantly getting the reps in. Even if you guys were to post content for the next 2 years every single day and never get any results, never have any video go viral, if you just focused on delivering a message in every single one of your videos, a clear message about like something you're passionate about, your speaking would get better. Therefore, you'd be more confident. Therefore, you'd close more deals. Does that click with you guys? You guys understand what I mean? Number 3, document. Document, super simple. What documenting means to me is this. I get notifications every single day of things I did 2 years ago. And I love to see the progress that I've made. It fires me up when I see videos from a year, 2 years ago, even 5 years ago, things I was doing. When you die one day, your kids are going to have all your photos, but they're also going to have videos of all the great things you did. Plus, here's the biggest one for me too. I get to see my progression over the years. And I get to, like, let's say I had a really good thought. Let's say I posted a video 1 year ago that like really meant a lot to me. That video stays there forever. So if I ever need some motivation, if I ever need like some techniques, I can go back a year ago, watch my content. And I can be like, dude, I was doing this and it was working really well. Why'd I get away from that? You know, kind of transcends even whatever's in your mind that you can store. Again, clarify your message. Here's another thing. It's free market feedback, Write that down. This is free market feedback. What does that mean? Let me explain what that means. Everything that I'm about to go over with you on this presentation, I know is valuable to you because I've posted all of it on social media and it's gotten really good feedback from my audience. So when I post things that I'm going to cover with you tonight, it gets a lot of views, it gets a lot of likes, it gets a lot of saves. That tells me that the audience, which is you guys value it. Does that make sense? So whenever you guys start posting on social media, let's say Zane goes out and he posts a photo on Facebook tomorrow with a caption talking about a story that he has that's very personal to him and very powerful. And that post gets 150 likes and a bunch of comments. Well, you know what? Now if Zane ever has a customer sitting in front of him and he wants to bond with them, he can share that story and he knows that it's going to resonate with them because whenever he posted it to the masses, everybody liked it. Are you guys really clicking with what I'm talking about now? Free market feedback. You can use this to tailor your message so you know what's important to share with people in a one-to-one setting and what's not. Lastly, monetization. I'm got to tell you guys about that. We're going to get into that. That's called making money. And that's another side effect of building a personal brand. So I'll tell you this. What has personal branding done for me, right? I like to give a context like as to where I'm at, my journey and things like that. I don't believe in teaching people things I'm not qualified to speak on. I'm not here to tell you guys how to go viral, how to get hundreds of thousands of views. I'm here to tell you guys how to build a brand with people's minds and how to make money with it. I spent $100,000 to learn this, and I'm giving you guys everything I've learned with $100,000 for free. There's one thing about me, and I'm sure you guys can agree. Anybody who's engaged, raise your hand. Are you an executor? Like, are you the type of guy where you execute, or do you overanalyze and then like take action way after it even matters? Or do you guys execute? Raise your hand if you execute. Okay. I got some freaking executors. Hey, we're exactly alike. I'm the exact same person as you. I am the guy, when Andy told me to build a personal brand 2 years ago when I started working for him, you guys want to know what I did? I said, all right, I need a videographer. I got to start putting out 1 to 2 pieces of content every single day. I had zero strategy. Okay. I didn't even have a strategy until about 3 months ago when I started actually thinking about a strategy. I was literally just posting, documenting my life. So my point is, I'm going to teach you guys what I realized about building a strategy for free that literally I just executed on for a year and a half, going hard, building the brand. And here's what it's done for me. And again, you guys, you may or may not believe this, okay? And it's okay if you don't, but like, this is just my truth. This is what I've been able to do. Branding has allowed me a 5x return on all my spend on everything I've been doing. Not to mention the exponential future return, right? Not to mention everything it's going to continue to build for me. What it's done for Andy. I mean, I want you guys to really think about this for a second. Andy, we have a 9-figure company, and Andy's main platforms are YouTube and Instagram. If we can build a 9-figure company on a YouTube channel and on an Instagram, you can make $500,000 in sales with your Instagram and your YouTube and your Facebook. Does that make sense? The opportunity is limitless. Here's another thing. Look at all the most powerful people in the world, everybody you aspire to be. Andy Elliott, Alex Hormozy, Grant Cardone. What are those? Are those guys making content? So if they're making content, they're spending their time, which you guys can probably imagine what Andy's hourly rate is, what his time is, what his hours are worth. If he sees it as valuable enough to sit in a chair and make content, don't you think it's probably enough for all of us to make content too? Probably valuable. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Number 1, I wrote down, have you ever experienced this before? Lots of volume of content, little to no results, confusion about what to post, when to post, content ideas, feeling like the content you're spending your time and energy on is a waste of time. If you've experienced that, I'm not even going to go to the next slide until I see if you guys agree with that. Have you guys ever been there before? Raise your hand. Let me make sure I got every hand up. Make sure no one on here is a liar. No liars allowed. Okay. All right. Well, hey, that's me too. I've been there. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the solution. I want you guys to this is where I want you to really pay attention. Here it is. I want you guys to write this down. This is the key. Intentionality. Write down just that one word. That's the key to personal branding. Intentionality. What does that mean? That means this. That means that you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Okay. I see way too many people that, and I like, again, it's good to be an executor. Okay, I want to know something real quick. How many of you guys consistently post content right now? Raise your hand. So here's the deal. Whenever it comes to content, it's very simple. Like if I could go back to day one and I wanted to absolutely crush it, I would have started out by being intentional. So where we start with everything tonight is by going over what is a personal brand. So I want you to write this down. This is what a personal brand is right here. Consistency and associations. And I'm going to break that down. So what do you guys think of when I say Andy Elliott? What type of words come to mind? I could give you a couple things that I probably can imagine you're thinking right now. But let's just say you think Andy Elliott. Bald. Drop in the chat some things you think when you think Andy Elliott. Strong, loyal, honest, passionate, alpha. Look at that. Perfect. Intense. Okay. What about Andy Frisella? Drop in the chat. What do you think about Andy Frisella? And then let's keep going. Alex Hormozy, Patrick Bet-David. Remember, these are like some of the best brands out there. Real, passionate, don't give a shit. Boom. School. Boom. All right. So one thing you guys are probably noticing is this. These guys, the fact that you have associations to certain words with them means they have a very strong personal brand. Does that make sense? If I asked everybody on this call right now to tell me what you think of when you think of James Schubert, if you don't think of anything, then that means that he doesn't have a personal brand in your mind. If I ask you guys to tell me what you think of when you think of Danny Keltz, if you guys don't know, that means that he doesn't have a personal brand in your mind, right? So here's the first thing that I want you guys to understand. This is the most important. You have to be intentional about your associations. Be intentional about your associations. I have a certain type of reputation that I want to maintain with my brand. So I'm very careful about what I associate myself with. And if you want to know how to go even deeper on that and figure out how do I decide what I associate myself with and what I don't, here it is. What are your core values? What do you want to be known for in the marketplace? Here's another good one. What do you not want to be known for? Like, let me give you an example. People who don't understand branding at all, they would make a cat video that goes viral, but they sell real estate. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't accomplish the goal. That's a bad association. If your goal was to sell more houses, because if like let's say Danny made a bunch of cat videos, or Denny Keltz, my boy, let's go. Let's say Denny made a bunch of cat videos, right? If you guys were all on the call and you're like, hey, that's Denny, he makes cat videos, like that's not an association that he wants, right? So we have to choose by going, what's my core values? What do I want to be known for? What do I not want to be known for? If you don't want to be known for it, then stay away from it. Like, don't collaborate with things or participate in things you don't want to be known for. Now, there's a couple things. So now that you know what it is, now that you understand exactly like what the definition is, there's a couple things. First thing, before we ever start creating content, which I'm going to get to that here in a minute, but we have to start with one thing, and this is called your funnel. So this is step number one. I want you guys to write this down. Build your funnel. Build your funnel. I'm going to explain to you guys what this means. Whether you sell real estate, cars, coaching, consulting, painting, no matter what you sell, you have to set up your social media as a funnel. You have to decide from day one, what's my end goal with all of this? Why am I doing this, right? Why am I investing the time into building a personal brand? So, like for Denny is a salesperson. He sells cars, but he wants to get into the coaching space. So what I would ask myself is I would say, what do I want to do? Well, here's another tip for you guys, by the way. I would funnel people to a place where you could build a community or an email list. I want you guys to write that down. Build a community or build an email list. The main thing you guys want to do is get people to opt in to getting closer to you. So like, let me give you guys an example. Tonight on the call, I think we have let's a couple dozen people, 2-3 dozen people right now. I created a mastermind, and I've had a couple hundred people sign up to be a part of this mastermind. So inside of this CRM, I have a couple hundred people that I have their emails, phone numbers, and their full name, their contact information, their profile. That's called building a community. Like, that means that those people successfully went through my funnel. So for you guys, you have to determine where's my end goal. So I'll give you guys an example. So I know Zane that like sells pools, right? So, and I'll tell you this too. Whenever it comes to your funnel, you guys will notice something right now. If you look at my profile over here, you see that I got 4 links total in my profile. I would actually recommend most of you guys just have one funnel. That would be another thing I want you to write down. Pick one funnel. One funnel. People need one way to reach out to you. Because if you're sending people all over to different platforms, then you're going to confuse them. The goal is very simple. The goal is for people to go from seeing your content to in your inbox somehow, some way. So we have to use one funnel. So you see at the bottom of my profile, it says the Sales Success Mastermind. That would be my main funnel. That's the one for me. If I was Zane and I was selling pools, my funnel would probably be book a demo call or maybe a website where they can put in their information to see all the different designs, right? Or book a consultation. And I'll tell you this, depending on what your funnel is going to determine your conversion rates. A conversion means how many people clicked on the funnel and how many people actually successfully finished and checked out on it. If it's a book a call, like let's say James sells cars and he has a book a call funnel that says, like in his Facebook, it says, book a call with me now to learn how I can help you buy a new car. Well, when people book on that, they're going to be very qualified, but there's going to be a lot less volume than if James had, hey, view my website. Click this link to see my website and see what your payment would be. So pick out one funnel, stick to one niche. This is something that, God, I wish I would have learned this a long time ago. You got to stick to one niche. So like if you're attacking, again, like if Zane's attacking swimming pools, or Lucas, for example, I could use him. He's attacking the addict space, addict recovery. Anybody who's trying to recover from being an addict. That's his realm. So like he needs to focus in on that niche. I was just talking to my videographer about this. If Denny decided today, I'm going to become a sales trainer, right? Denny now gets put into a big ass ocean of sharks where you've got Grant Cardone, Andy Elliott, Alex Hormozy, Patrick Bet-David. You've got all these guys that teach sales. It's a big space. But when you niche down from sales to, say, car sales training or car sales organization or whatever it is, now you go from this big ass ocean to this small pond where you're by yourself. So now people can go to you and they refer to you as the expert when it comes to your niche. Here's a couple more things. Brand equity. I want you guys to write this down. Your ultimate goal with building a brand is to build your brand equity. Let me explain to you what that means. The goal of your content is to give people value, whether that's through making them laugh, inspiring them, or educating them. So I'm going to say that one more time. Your goal is to give people value by either making them laugh, inspiring them, or educating them. If you look at a piece of content and it doesn't inspire somebody, it doesn't make them laugh, or it doesn't educate or teach them something new, or reinforce something that they already know but that's important for them to remember, it serves no value whatsoever. You shouldn't even post it. It won't do well, I can assure you that. So every time you give somebody value, you build up equity in that relationship. So my goal with you guys, like your goal with your brand, is to build so much value. Literally, you could call anybody that's on your follower list at any point in time and say, hey man, I need this. You want to hop on a call? You want to look at my website? You want to do this? Anytime you go to invite them, they're an instant yes, because you build up so much equity that now when you go to make a deposit, they're ready. When you go to make a withdrawal. Does that make sense to everybody? Everything clicking so far? Am I too far? Am I too far and you guys are kind of lost? Drop a one in the chat if you guys are getting value. If you guys are learning. If not, I'm just going to hand this over to freaking Zane and let him take over from here. My boy's got a little personal brand. There we go. Let's go. All right, on to the next one, baby. Here we go. This is big. So now I'm assuming we're here. And by the way, just so you guys know, I would love to coach all of you guys on this. And as Lucas was telling some of you guys when we first started the call, we have a new program called ETA, and I'm coaching all my clients inside ETA, all my personal clients, on how to build this personalized to them, because everything's a little bit different. This is a blueprint, but it would help for you to have some like specific stuff. But I'm trying to give you guys as a group as much value as I possibly can. So now we're assuming that you have your funnel set up, you've got your profile, and now we need to start making content, right? Here's how we begin. So the first thing you need to understand is you need to learn the formats. Write that down. Learn the formats. What are the formats? I was just telling Denny the other day how if you go on Instagram, you can post a photo with a Twitter box over it with some captions on it. And if the caption resonates, people will share it, right? I'm gonna give you one tip that's gonna blow up your content, okay? And I want you to write this down. Here's your ultimate goal with every single post you make. It's to create sharability. Create sharability. Because you guys might wonder, how do I post content that's gonna get me followers? Well, it's very simple. You have to get people to share your message. If I post a reel and then Lucas grabs my reel and hits share and shares it onto a story and sends it to 100 of his friends, one thing had to happen for Lucas to make that happen. For Lucas to want to share my message, one thing had to happen. He had to like my message so much that he wanted to take ownership of it, right? If I were to go over, like, pull up a clip tonight and say, hey, I want all you guys to watch this clip from Andy Elliott. Well, that means that I want to take ownership of that thought, that concept. Does that make sense? So your goal is to post stuff that resonates so hard with people that they want to take ownership of it. They want to own it. Because then they share it, it goes to their audience, the algorithm goes, oh, this is valuable. And then also you get exposed to all their new audience as well. So different formats. You got Reels. Now, I'm going to go through the platforms too, but just write this down. You got Reels, because I'm referring to two platforms for the rest of the call. Instagram and Facebook. Because those, Instagram and Facebook, are the money makers. That's where all commerce goes down, is on those platforms. So Reels, caption only. Just write that down, caption only, because I'm going to show you how to use those. I'm going to show you how I helped a client literally double his Facebook friends list in like a week using the caption only posts. You got caption with the photo, you got lives, and then you got stories. So I'm gonna say that one more time. You got caption only, Reels, caption with the photo, lives, stories. It's important to understand like the different formats and how to use each one of them, right? One of the things that I taught a guy the other day that, like, dude, literally he made this small shift and it literally changed everything for his brand. So basically I have a guy in my ETA community. He sells about 40, 50 cars a month. This dude's a rock star. Is Zach on the call? I don't know if he's here. Okay, he's not on the call. Guys, Zach comes to me and he says, hey, Brendan, I'm selling about 30 to 40 cars a month right now. I want to get to that 50 plus mark consistently every single month. He said, what would be your 2 recommendations, things I need to change in my game? I said, well, it's simple. You need to hire an assistant and you need to build a personal brand. I go to this guy's Facebook and he's got, I think, less than 1,000 friends on Facebook, which is a big problem for a guy that wants to sell 50 cars a month. So here's what I told him. I looked at his Facebook and he posted the same thing every single day. Every day he sells a car, he posts a picture with the customer, tags the customer, and then talks about how he sold him a car, which is great, and I have no problem with that. But he never varies the post at all. It's always a photo. It's always a caption with the photo or a video with the photo talking about how he sold something. So what I said, Zach, this is a very simple fix. I said, You need to start posting shareable content. You need to start posting caption only photos or caption only posts that are gonna allow your audience to share your message. And what happens, especially with Facebook, is if Zach goes and he posts something that resonates a lot and it gets a lot of likes on Facebook, the algorithm goes, okay, next time Zach makes a post, I'm going to serve it up to you since you liked it this time. So if I went in my car post to go in front of more of my audience, I would make posts that resonate with a lot more of my audience than what I'm already posting. So that's just one example, but literally he goes and he starts making posts. And I said, what do people who sell cars typically have in their life? What's like, you got to know your audience. This is where the audience and the buckets come in. So I want you to write this down too. Identify your audience, know your audience, and identify the buckets. Know the buckets. Let me explain to you guys what the buckets means. So your whole content creation strategy is going to be super simple. You're going to figure out what buckets does your ideal audience resonate with the most. So like, let me give you an example. If I was Lucas, so I'm gonna explain something to you guys. There's a client, Lucas. He's on the call. He's a stud, man. He's a beast. We're going to build his brand. Okay. He's attacking the fitness, wellness, recovery niche. So if I were him, I got to determine so I can figure out what content to post. What buckets am I going to post from? You don't want to post from one bucket because if you have no variance, you have no character, you have no personality. Does that make sense? Like think about when I asked you guys about Andy Elliott. Intense, passionate, respectful, family, sales. Imagine if he was just one of those things. Just intense, but nothing else. And if you know somebody for something or something they're great at, and then you start to become interested in the rest of their life. So you want to see other factors of their life. So what I would advise Lucas to do is I would say build your buckets. Let's make 4 buckets. So write that down. Let's make 4 buckets. And let's decide what buckets those are going to be. And that's where our posts are going to come from. So if I sold cars, I would probably only post from 4 buckets. Car sales, education, parenting, fitness and overall wellness, and community events. So hopefully all this is clicking to you guys. But what I mean by that is whenever you go to make a post, you got to ask yourself, does it fit inside any of these buckets? If it doesn't fit, then it probably doesn't need to be posted. And sometimes you can start posting too much from one bucket and you need to vary it, like switch up the variance by posting from another bucket. This is all starting to click a little bit for everybody. Everybody's starting to feel like we're about to go kick some ass. I hope so. A lot of you guys got your cameras off. Hopefully nobody's sleeping. All right. Here's another thing that I want you guys to write down. You have to build your brand catalog. This is a big one. Okay, if I said this right now, you guys know who I'm talking. I want you guys to drop in the chat who I'm talking about right now. I'm going to quote somebody and I'm going to see if you guys know who I'm talking about. 6-packer, you're fired. Who said that? Who name the author or name the person. Andy Elliott. Okay. If I said future is bright, does anybody know who that is? Bonus points if you know who that is. Denny Keltz is on point, dude. PBD, Patrick Bet David. Here's what I want to get across to you guys. I want you guys to write this down. I need to establish my brand beliefs. Let me explain to you guys what that means. Going back to my journey. I'm starting to get booked to speak on different stages. Sometimes people will call me and they'll be like, Brendan, will you come speak at my event? Will you come train my sales team, fly out here to my city and come speak to them? Imagine if every time I went and I trained a sales team, I said different shit than what I said before. I mean, traditional thinking says, hey, if you want to build a brand, you got to say different things every single day and keep it new, or people are going to, people are going to get bored if you keep pushing the same message. The opposite is true. You need to have a consistent message. So you need to establish what your brand beliefs are. Like think about if Andy didn't constantly say the same things over and over and over again, you wouldn't know him for some of his quotes. To explain this for you, I fly out to train sales teams and I say, I'll have them intro me, and I come out and the first thing I say is this. I say, you got to imagine I'm in front of a group of salespeople, and I say, you guys want to know what the number one key to being successful is? It's thinking long term. The key to success is you got to put, the only thing I like better than today's money is tomorrow's money, because I'm a long-term thinker. That, my friends, is called a brand belief. That is a brand belief I created. I'm not quoting anybody on that. I came up with that. And I say it every single time because pretty soon, once I say that enough times, when you hear that in public, you're going to go, oh, that's Brendan's belief. That's one of Brendan's like sayings, right? That's one of his quotes. I would tell you guys got to build 3 to 5 statements, 3 to 5 beliefs that you're going to constantly say in your content. That way people go, oh, that's Zane's saying. Nice, man. Zane always talks about that. And then they go out and they start quoting you and telling all the world about your message. Does that make sense to you guys? You build your brand beliefs. You build your brand sayings. You got to have a slogan. I would recommend all you guys get a slogan and a logo. And notice how the best brands, they've got this stuff nailed, man. See, a lot of you guys are probably thinking right now, you're like, damn, like all of this was going on around me and I never even realized it. Next. You thought I was done, but I'm not done, man. I got more value, okay? All right. Now I'm going to give you guys some tips. Number 1, I put map it out. Map it out. I'm going to give you another one. And this is use AI. Put a 1 in the chat if you use AI a lot. Damn, not a lot of ones. I want to explain something to you guys. So let's say that you're on the call right now and you're like, Brendan, I get this whole thing, but I don't have any content ideas. How can I get ideas to make content? Wow. Let me tell you about this tool called ChatGPT. Here's what you're going to do. Let me give you this. I want you to write this down. ChatGPT prompts. Write that down. My name is Zane. I sell pools for a living. I want to make some content that's going to give value to people who will potentially be in the pool market in the future. Give me 15 ideas of videos I could post. And this thing just starts spitting out freaking all these crazy ideas, right? And I'll tell you this is from personal experience. You probably won't take one of them exactly word for word because it's still a robot. You'll put your own personal tweak on it. It's not necessarily that it's the AI is not the creator, but it sparks the creativity. It'll give you so many ideas. It'll just get your brain flowing, you know? So what I would learn is how to ask the correct prompts. And I would use AI. I use it all the time. I'm constantly asking it, hey, help me reword this. Help me reword this saying. Help me be more concise in delivering this point. All the time. Okay, here's another one. Repeat what works. I'm going to give you guys a easy strategy. You guys can literally take this and go tonight, post some content tomorrow that would absolutely crush. If you've already been posting content, you have the best source of feedback for your new content. It's your old stuff. It's your stuff you posted that's already done well, right? What I did was I went back over the past 12 months and I looked at what were my best performing reels. I said, what reels have I posted in the past year? The top 10, what's the commonalities? What was I talking about in the video? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? All this stuff. You know, sometimes I even post the exact same thing I posted. Like I'll take literally the same video and I'll post it and it'll get the same results. So what you guys could go do is this. You could go and you could say, okay, let me look back at my last year of posting on Facebook. What post did I make that did absolutely the best? Let's say it was a post about you getting clean or maybe starting to work out or something. Take that post, reword it, post it tomorrow. It's going to kill it. It's going to crush it because that's what your audience wants to hear. That's what they're craving from you. Okay. Here's another tip for finding the great content. Look at your competitors. This is a great one for you guys to write down. Who are the top 5 competitors in your space? Find 5 people that are in your niche doing exactly what you're doing that are killing it with their content. And you literally when you find that, you've already found a proven system that works. And I would tell you this, don't be out there plagiarizing people. Don't be stealing. But get ideas. Let it inspire you to go make your own stuff. Like I literally went and I said, who are the top 5 creators in my space? What do they post? When do they post? How often do they post? And I literally just kind of replicate them a little bit, right? Another one, give massive, we talked about this, give massive value, build relationship capital. Here's another tip when you're filming. I'm gonna tell you the fastest way to make a shitty video. Start with a boring hook. You gotta get really good at hooks. I wrote dial in your hooks. What a lot of people do, the biggest mistake I made when I first started making content was this. I'd start a video and I'd go, hey guys, what's up? It's Brendan. Today I wanna give you a tip. And literally, I lost 99% of viewers at that first 2 seconds because people don't care at all about you until they know you can bring them value. So now when I start a video, I go right into the value. I go right into the point. I got to deliver a hook. And negatives work better than positives. So instead of going like this in your content, like instead of saying, start doing this today if you want to sell more, if you want to do more wholesale real estate deals. Start doing this today if you want to get clean. You say this, stop doing this because it's hurting your recovery. Steal this hack to go get clean and have a better life. Steal this exercise routine to get jacked in the next 30 days. You guys see what I mean? See these hooks might do a little bit better on your content? All right, last one. I wrote, there's elements of a video. You got a visual hook, a verbal hook, and a text hook. The text hook is like what's on the screen. The verbal hook's what's being said. The visual hook is what's in the video. Boom. All right, here's the cycle. I'm gonna give you the cycle. It's ideate, create, review, and repeat. That's all it is. Here's the smartest routine you could ever have. You ready? Because I know what a lot of you guys are probably thinking right now is like, dude, this is going to be time consuming. This is going to take a lot of brain energy. No, it's super easy. Every Sunday, 1 hour, maybe 2, you're going to carve out some time. And you're going to make a simple routine, like 1 post per day. And you're going to create all the ideas for every day of the week. Maybe even film all the content for the whole week and schedule it out. And then literally throughout the week, you're going to set a reminder on your phone. Hey, it's time to post. Throw it up. Let it go. Every week. And then also every week, you're going to sit down and you're going to make your ideas, but you're going to review what worked, what didn't. What did I post this week? How many views did this one get? How did this one do? How did this one do? And then you're going to let that inform your next pieces. I wrote this down. I said the 3 things that inform your content ideas. Completely original ideas. So like this is something maybe Ryan is on this call and he's like, oh my God, I got this idea, dude. This is going to be badass. And he goes and makes this video. Most likely, those are going to be one-offs. Most of your ideas are going to come from content ideas from the best creators and then your previous content. That's where most of them are going to come from. And AI, of course. Boom. All right. Let me know. How you guys feeling so far? How y'all feeling? Drop a 1 in if you're getting value.
Can you go back to that past slide real quick so I can write it down?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, dude, I'll send everybody the slides. How's that? Does that work? Y'all want?
I've been writing down everything. Well, you got to write it to retain it.
So y'all want the slides? Everybody want the slides? I got you. No worries. All right. But yeah, so create a routine. Literally Sunday, 2 hours, 5 to 7 p.m. Make 7 posts. Like I always say this, right? Just start a routine, whether it's once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, however many you're going to post. Decide what platforms. You decide what platforms you're going to use. Here's the questions you got to answer. I'll have all you guys write this down. What platforms am I going to attack? And again, I would recommend 2 platforms to start out. Instagram and Facebook. These are the best platforms to sell on by far, bar none. Instagram and Facebook. What platforms, how often, and what content, and what time. So literally you say, okay, I'm going to post. So like if I'm Lucas and I'm just getting started, or I'm Juan and I'm just getting started. Okay, I'm going to post on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to post once a day, every day at 5 p.m. You're done. Do that for 4 weeks. Watch what happens. Make adjustments. When you're ready to go up to 2, once your quality's dialed in, once you start to get this stuff figured out, then you can go out and then you can start bumping up the volume, right? But once a day is just fine. And then the most important thing is stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Stick to it. All right. So I got through the content and the planning and stuff, but now you guys are like, dude, how do you make money? How do you make money with this stuff? Well, dude, here's the magic formula. Okay. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where with just a small following, you can make lots of money. Okay. Here's what you do. I have a formula. I want you guys to write this down. It's the 3 I's. The 3 I's of monetizing your content. 1, intrigue. Step 1's intrigue. Step 2 is interact. And step 3 is invite. It's very simple. So I'll break it down for you. First thing happens. I get off this Zoom call. I'm like, dude, I'm fired up. I'm going to go build a brand. And I'm Tristan. I go out and I start making reels. My algorithm lands right in front of Joseph. And then Joseph sees Tristan's content. He's like, dude, this guy's awesome, man. I love it. Now he's intrigued, right? Joseph continues to interact with Tristan's content until he finally says, I'm going to comment on freaking Tristan's post because I like this message so much. And he comments. And now you interact. Now we're interacting, right? Or if Tristan wanted to initiate, he could, after Joseph liked his post or followed him or something, Tristan could literally send him a DM and say, hey man, what's up? Thank you for following me. Hope you have a great day. If I can help you at all, let me know. Engage, interact. And then the last step is this. It's called invite, okay? See, a lot of salespeople, dude, they think that they're always like having to sell. I tell all my sales guys that I train, just invite people. Just invite people to the party. That's it. Hey man, I see you like a lot of my videos. I sell cars over here at Hyundai. We got a really cool special going on. Would you like to come down to the store and check it out? No, I don't. No problem, man. Just wanted to invite you. Hope you have a great day. Let me know whenever you want something or whenever I can do anything for you. You invite them, okay? You make offers. You don't sell. You make offers and you invite people to do things. So what I do with social media is very simple. I engage with people, everybody who comes in contact with me, sometimes even outbound, but most of the time just anybody who follows me or likes my stuff. I engage with them, build a relationship, and then I invite them to do things whenever I want to monetize them, whenever I want to make an offer. I invited all you guys to this Zoom call and you all showed up, so it worked.
It worked with me.
Yeah, I think Ryan's like, damn it, this motherfucker ran the play on me. Hey, that's how we do it. You know, most of you guys are like, damn, dude, you invited me to a call. Hey, look, I'm here to help, man. Same thing as you guys, you know? That's how it works. And then one more thing I'll say on this. Gary V, great marketer, wrote a book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook. He says with your content, before you go out and go sell something, value, 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 offer. So the last thing you guys will want to do, and I want to make sure everybody's aware of this too, is be the guy on social media that's always trying to sell something. Like I see car salesmen all the time. They make videos like this, you know, hey guys, freaking down here at the dealership, we have a special today. If you guys want to be a part of it, you know, text this number. And they do that over and over and over. Every time you do that, it pulls from your brand equity, right? The longer you hold out, the less you offer people, the more your brand equity is going to grow. So you should still make offers, but be mindful. You know, don't be the guy who pitches 10 days in a row. I have a ratio of about 90% to 10%. 90% of the time giving value, 10% of the time I'm inviting people to do things. All right, I wrote this down, and this is one of the last slides. There's some skills that you got to build. If you wanted to crush it and you wanted to never be broke, ever, there's some skills that you guys should learn. You should become a branding and marketing expert. Again, this is my recommendation. You know, one thing I tell all my ETA clients is I never withhold any information from people. Never. When you coach with me, I will tell you exactly what I'm going through, where I'm at, what I'm struggling with, what I'm working on, literally, exactly what I'm working on with you. I won't share with anybody else, but I will tell my clients because I want them to win that bad. So this is literally the skills I'm working on, and this is the skills I would recommend you work on too if you want to be recession proof. So become great at marketing, great at branding. The more you brand yourself, the less you're going to sell. Become great at speaking. Become great at storytelling. That's a good one. People don't even understand storytelling, but If you learn that, it's dangerous. Understand copywriting. Let me explain to you guys what copywriting means in case you guys are like a little bit confused about that. So whenever you go and tomorrow morning, whenever you guys go, I'm going to make my Facebook post and caption a photo to go on my Instagram, right? Well, you're going to engage in an activity called copywriting. Most of you guys have bought products before because of a great copywriter that sent you an email. So one of the best things you could get good at that'll make you a better speaker too is to be able to take what's in your brain, put it into a short article that tells a story on Facebook, and then post it to where it's engaging. A lot of you guys are like, well, how would I ever practice becoming a copywriter? How am I going to get great at that skill? It's simple. You're going to type a Facebook post every single day, sharing a specific thing from your life, telling a story you've learned throughout your life that's going to help other people. You get good at that, you will always have a job. Always. Can any one of my ETA members come off mute right now and give a testimony? Let me know what you think of working with me so far, because I've been coaching all these guys personally. Denny?
Fire.
Get on it right now.
No, I'll talk. So I'm Lucas. I'm the guy that he's talking about that's going to be a life coach per se. I'm going to help people with addiction, people with depression, people that just aren't where they want to be in life. Brandon has helped me build my program from the ground up. He has been there for every step of the way. I'm only about 2 weeks into my mission, and the things that I'm learning from him are extremely valuable. And I got these things through ETA Plus. So whatever that you're trying to do, what he's going to do is make that process. If it was going to be a year, he's going to make that process be about 3 months. And you're going to learn all the mistakes that the professionals have made. You're going to bypass those mistakes. So
damn,
that was a time saver.
That was the greatest testimonial I've ever received. Guys, I swear I didn't script that. I don't have a gun to his head right now.
I'm a salesman, bro.
Hey, I love it, brother. Thank you for that.
So I got you, bro. You want me to hype you up right now?
Hype me up, bro. Let's go.
Hey, you ready to go?
Dude, I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, so look, I was the top at my dealership for so long. Those are all my trophies right there. And I'm a sales manager at the top Hyundai dealership in Western Canada. We're absolutely crushing it. And you know what? Just even the little things that I pick up from Brendan, I've been applying in my sales meetings. And it's just, they're making such a massive difference already. Like, honestly, I'm already making a ton of money, but just the value that he's giving me, joining the app, being a part of the group, and he has his Zoom. How often are your Zooms again?
Twice a week, twice a month.
Twice a month. So I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I know the sales game really well for car sales, but I specifically joined the app so that I can have access to Brendan for the Zoom meeting.
Hey, I assure you guys, I didn't plan that. I didn't know I was going to get my 2 greatest testimonials of all time just now, but I definitely appreciate you both. So I'm just going to make this real quick and explain to you guys what I'm offering, because I'm going to give some bonuses out for anybody who wants to join ETA right now, because I want to coach you, continue to coach you on branding, and I'm only learning more about this every single day. So ETA, you get the app, which literally has all of our content on it. You get 5 weekly Zoom calls. We do 5 Zoom calls per week, all of my sales coaches. You get a weekly Zoom call with Andy every single Monday. And then you get access to watch every live event we do. We do crazy-ass live events every month. You get the live stream link. And here's my bonus for you guys. Here's my bonus. If you join today, I'm gonna put you in my private community with Denny, Lucas, and everybody else that's on the call that's already a part of it. And then I'm going to do 2 weekly Zoom calls, or two monthly Zoom calls for the next couple months, and coach you on personal branding and a content strategy to blow up your personal brand. With that being said, that concludes tonight's Zoom call, guys. So did everybody get a lot of value? Is everybody fired up, ready to kill it? Let's go.
Amazing.
Let's go.
If you didn't get value, it's because your head is not in the right space. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, your head's up your ass. That's what it is.
Yeah, your computer was on mute the whole time. I love it. Well, look, I thank you guys all. Like, thank you for being here for real. I'm I'm serious about teaching. So if you're serious about learning, then we're going to kick some ass together. So if you guys need anything, I'll drop my cell phone number if you guys want to chat about the offer I made, or if you want to connect a little bit more. I'm going to give you my personal cell phone number, 618-305-4070. There we go. Oh, Adrian put it in there. Go ahead and check it out.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, hey, I'm tuning off. Thank you all so much. If you guys need anything, shoot me a text. But I'll send out the recording to everybody and the slides to your email, and I'll see you guys soon, all right? All right, guys. Thanks again for watching another video. And one thing I want you to know is that every single week I'm putting out free value that's going to help you go to the next level in sales, personal branding, and as a leader as well. So if you guys are enjoying the content, I want you to like the video, comment below, let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this training, and then subscribe and share with your friends if you know somebody who wants to level up. And lastly, if you guys need help from me at all, anything, I want you to text me. I'm gonna put my phone number right here. You can text me with any concerns, questions, anything you want, and I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching another video. I'll see you guys next time.